Hello and welcome to the first video of this kind, Final Fantasy X, my thoughts 10 years on. This was a game that came out in 2001 and 2002, depending on where you lived. It was in North America in December, I believe, 2001, and Japan a bit earlier, but it didn't come out in Europe till 2002. I think it was May 2002, and I think the same for Australia. So that's why it's technically 10 years old over here. It's a game that tells the story of Tidus. I think that's how you pronounce his name. He lives in a place called Zanarkand that gets destroyed, and he goes into sort of like a dream and then wakes up in a fictional, well, fantasy world. Fictional. Well, it is fictional, I suppose. Fantasy world called Spira, where he joins a group of people who are, well, they're protecting a summoner called Yuna who's trying to destroy a huge creature called Sin that looks like a massive whale. I didn't personally get the game till 2003 because I've got the platinum version of it, but I loved it so much. I really quite enjoyed it. I think it was great because what was new, the new features in it were absolutely just different from the previous installment, which was 9. It was, it's like the battle system was a lot more advanced because you could it was, how can I put this, there was things where you could, for example here you'll see now, the battle you could move and you could fight underwater, and you could do that. There was special attack things you could do depending on your situation. It was the first game also to have voice acting as well, because the previous game 9 and the ones before that didn't have that at all. So that was really interesting to see for the first time. You can see it now actually. Another great feature I really enjoyed about the game was that you could switch characters mid-battle, because sometimes that was a little bit annoying if you wanted to change characters, which I thought was great. In some ways this game is very similar to Final Fantasy 13. It kind of follows a pattern because this was the very first Final Fantasy to have a direct sequel set in the same story, because normally the sequels are different characters set in different things. But it was the first game to have a direct sequel, Final Fantasy X-2, and Final Fantasy 13 as Final Fantasy 13-2. It now has Final Fantasy 13-3, but it's called something else. But yeah, that's the difference. And the Crystallarium I think that's how you pronounce it, in Final Fantasy 13 was very similar to the Sphere Grid in Final Fantasy X, I found personally. Another great feature I liked about this was the summoning. You could actually control, normally you could summon things before, but you could never have full control of them like you do in this game, and I really thought that was a welcome addition again, because it was just interesting, really. I mean, it's always good if you were really struggling, you could just send this thing in and it turned the tide of the battle, really. I think as well the visuals on this game were absolutely stunning. I liked as well here, as you'll see now, is how a cutscene just quickly went into a battle scene. That was absolutely brilliant. And also as well, I don't believe that, just trying to think, they had a system where if only certain characters could attack certain things from a certain range. I don't believe that was ever in a game before. I could be wrong though. To be honest, it's been a very long time since I played any Final Fantasies before. Well, the recent one I probably played was 8, back last year. I mean, if you look at that screenshot there, it just looked absolutely amazing. But yeah, this this game was really good for the ranged attacks, and that each character had a different role in battle. That's why I think switching characters was really good. But the Sphere Grid, what I said was very, what I said earlier was a different way of leveling up, because how can I put it? You earn points in battle, but they didn't automatically level you up. You had to use the points in the Sphere Grid. And what was also great is later, as you progressed in the game and leveled up more, you could learn other characters' abilities, and you could, I think even the HP levels went past, because normally it was like 9,999, but it went past that in this one, which was really different. Even the attacks were stronger than that. That was something rare then. I don't think it's so rare now with the latest Final Fantasies. I didn't have a lot of characters in this one, but I think 9 had quite a few. 8 didn't, I don't think, had so many, and, you know, so that wasn't nothing new. A lot of people, well, some people have sort of said this game wasn't great, but personally for me it's one of my favourite games. I've always got fond memories of this game because I was sort of playing it when I got it in 2003. I was sort of playing it when I was doing all my exams at school, and I just always got fond memories of that. So yeah, it's always, I really enjoyed it as a game. I think it was possibly one of my favourite Final Fantasies. I think a lot of people agree it's not as good as 7. Nothing's going to be as good as 7 for a lot of people. So yeah, but no, I thoroughly enjoyed it. One of my favourite things about this game though was Blitzball. I absolutely love Blitzball. I can see why people would hate it. Sometimes it could be a little bit tedious. I just really enjoyed it. I don't know why. I absolutely loved it. I actually might do a video showing a game of Blitzball as well. I like it that much. But I loved it that much. I used to like come home from school and just sit playing Blitzball for most of the night. I used to play it that much. My Final Fantasy disc is really pretty badly mucked up. It still works lovely. It's just got a few scratches on it. Not deep scratches, just minor scratches. Probably if you put it in a cleaner machine it would get rid of them. It's not that bad, but that's how much I loved it. I absolutely wore the disc out. So yeah, that's really all I have to say on it, really. Just from what I've said. I'm going to leave you to watch the rest of this Blitzball game. I'd like to thank you for watching. The next game I'm looking at doing that's 10 years on is Kingdom Hearts. That's another favourite of mine, made by the same company actually as this, I believe. So that's probably going to be the next one I'm going to be working on, because I've been trying to get this done since June, and I finally just got around to doing it. So yeah, that's really, and there'll be a few others I'll be looking into possibly. I actually do score a goal in a minute, but I was getting really annoyed. I was getting annoyed when I couldn't get it to, I was like, that match I really couldn't get a goal to go in. That's I think it's this bit here. Was it the next? It's coming up, I think, anyway. Is this going this time? Oh no, he saves it again. Oh, this is the one. I actually had the chance to do what's called the Jack shot. It's Tidus's dad special shot, but I didn't go with it. I wish I had actually. It's a really amazing shot. But yeah, next video, as I said, will be Kingdom Hearts. I might just do some Colosseum fights and talk about the game, because I really enjoy those. So yeah, thank you very much for watching.